So today's race is gonna be DoubleDubbel. Is that how you pronounce it? DoubleDubbel?
I think it's just DoubleDubbel.
Okay. Against Nyaki. I only had the pleasure to see double race once, so this will be a nice experience for everyone, I think. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think this is I mean, I haven't seen either of these players run live, but they're pretty close, I think, in terms of skill. So I think it'll be a good race. I think anyone could win, really.
That's amazing. I always like even races, so hoping for that three game race or 3-race game. Yeah, I think that's better. So the race are getting ready. They should be starting anytime soon. And you don't know this game. Well, Momodora, Right Under the Moonlight is a Metroidvania, pixel art game that was released 2015, I think, in which you play as a priestess named Kaho that has traveled to a faraway kingdom in order to stop a curse that is plaguing the village of Lune, the place where she comes from. It is a very nice game, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it's a very cool game. It's a Metroidvania. Some people compare it to Dark Souls, and it's really got that like Dark Souls aesthetic. It's very beautiful. If you haven't played it before, it's definitely worth checking out.
Oh, we can see the timer on double going down, so the race is starting right now. Good luck to both runners.
Oh, it looks like Nyaki might not have started a little bit late.
We'll get the sync soon enough. And here we go. So the first zone of the game is called the Sacred Orgali Grove, and it's a place filled with nature, very calming place. And it's also one of the zones I personally reset the most because everything is dangerous, it hurts you, and they don't want you to play the game.
Yeah, this is by far the most reset heavy area in any location in this game. There's just so many enemies, and a lot of the enemies have like slightly random things they can do, and so it can be like a little bit of a nightmare. But it's at the beginning, so I guess it's better that it's at the beginning and not at the end. So for this game, there's like some different forms of movement. So we don't have the item we need later on, but we do. So for now, the fastest form of movement is going to be rolling. So you'll see them both rolling a lot. And kind of a notable form of rolling is called a roll jump. So if you see them jump and roll at the same time, it's like it doesn't get you as high as a jump, but you get the benefits of a roll and a jump at the same time. And that's like it's like an input frame perfect. So it's a little bit difficult to do, but not like impossible.
Yeah, you get it on your thumbs.
Yeah.
It is kind of tragic in that sense, but once you get used to it, it's more easy to get it than not getting it. So it's alright.
And we'll see them, they're picking up some chests. They're gonna need 80 money coming out of here. There's a singular item that gets bought in this run, and it's right after this area. So they're just stocking up on that money.
Yeah, here we can see a little bit of the randomness of the grove playing on our players. They both miss on that elevator before it goes way too up for them to jump on it. They have to wait a little bit. And we see both players pretty much entering the first boss at the same time. Here's Edea. Let's see how they are both gonna fight her. Oh, none of them are going for the quick kill.
Yeah, neither of them went for a quick kill. Which is...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It does end the fight like instantly if you get it. But yeah, they're neck and neck. They finish basically at the same time.
Very well done by both of our players. When you beat a boss without your HP going down, or changing depending on the version, you get an item specific to that boss. In Edea's case, it is Edea's Pearl, which add poison properties to your arrows, which will be very useful to deal extra damage to those bosses.
Yes, and notably, it also can poison you, so we'll see these runners trying to avoid that poison in the boss fights. And you don't want to get poisoned, because you do need that item that drops from pretty much every boss you fight.
How many times have you poisoned yourself?
A few. I'm mostly a low percent runner, so that's like without any items, so usually it's not an issue for me, but I've just been recently prepping for this tournament, so yeah, I've done it.
Understandable. Okay, we see Nyaki taking it safe and going back to the save to ensure that Mocha, if he does something, can go back instantly. Double goes directly to the boss fight and takes it safe in the fight, just doing arrows. By the way, this is Mocha. Oh, and yeah, there we see.
And that's Mocha, just hitting you, doing some random jumping sometimes. So the item that just got used, that gives you 50% damage increase on your melee and your arrows. So it does help a little bit. He gets really unlucky, so Lubella did the one move we don't want her to do, and that's the dive. That's just a 7-second time loss, and unfortunately lost some of that item duration, so now DoubleDubbel doesn't have it.
And Double's gone a little aggressive.
It worked out.
Kinda scary, though.
But if it's not scary, I mean, what's the point of... You gotta get the blood flowing. But yeah, so he gets the Bachman patch. That we're gonna see that later. It does some damage, and it can hit some item or some levers later on that we'll need it to hit too. And we'll explain it when he needs to use it.
We see Nyaki. Yeah, just finished the level of the fight. Very well done. Not that much behind because of that safety save.
Yeah, that safety save did. I mean, ideally, if you don't get hit at all, it does lose a little time, but you know, when you have to just reset that fight, it is worth it to do it.
I don't blame her. Mocha can be a mini.
Yeah, especially in a run like this where you can't really reset at all.
Here we are in the subterranean grave, a place filled with water, in which we will move slower. But if you roll, you don't really notice the speed removal. I mean, decrease. It is also very dark.
Yeah, there is one item that the devs put in the game to like brighten the area up that is like sold here, but I mean, we don't get it in the speedrun because it costs way too much, and it wouldn't really help. We already know the area, so.
Double gets the garden key that is a useful tool that we will use later.
Yeah, so all the keys in this game, they open up doors, and we need to open up a door when we leave this area. So we're grabbing it now, because it's on the way to the boss. And then, once on the way out, we'll use that key to get out. And I guess we should say, so this is the first boss that'll give us a fragment. we need 4 fragments, and then we can open a door that leads up to the final areas, and that door only opens once you fight 3 bosses and then get another one that is like in a hidden area.
A little trivia for the people. As you can see, when you are on underwater zones, the game goes a little bit darker. But if you play the game on low settings, the colors will remain as normal instead of changing, which is something very useful if you don't like the dark coloration of the rooms.
And yeah, so this is that item that DoubleDubbel just used. That's the Bachman patch. It does like a little bit of damage for each of the patches that's on the screen, and it's a little bit random on where they hit, but it does pretty good damage. And you can see DoubleDubbel, he's doing a safe strat, so he's sitting in that corner and he's just spamming the arrows. This fight can be a little bit annoying for melees because Frida can do some kind of annoying attacks. And Nyaki's just right behind, so this is really close.
Safe strats paying off, as Double takes on Frida and gets the Sparse Thread, an item which is not very impressive on itself. It only explodes around you, dealing damage, but that little bit of damage it does, it is very noticeable, and it will help us just taking on the bosses way faster.
Oh, DoubleDubbel was going for a lucky far throw on the first one, but didn't get it, so had to wait for that second one. Just a little tiny optimization trying to get.
Hey, Nyaki taking down Frida too. Good fight so far. Oh, I think we didn't mention about that press fragment, right?
I mentioned it before the fight, but you can elaborate if you want.
Okay, that specific one will let us charge our bow way faster, which will also change a little bit of the bow strats used in later fights.
Yeah, something I think we didn't mention earlier is that you can charge arrows. So you have like 2 main attacks, arrows and melee, and you can charge arrows. There's different levels of the charge. You can charge those while meleeing, so usually you want to be prepping up that attack while meleeing, and that fragment means that you can do more arrow attacks, and that's really good because the arrows do more damage than melees.
Like, I'll entering the second level fight. Ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. So you don't need the item, so taking damage here is actually okay. It's just you don't want to die, so. But we'll see. This is really close. So if he dies, it'll be pretty much neck and neck.
Okay, just doing a long attack now. Double taking it safe and kills Bella without much more trouble. And Nyaki is just right behind. And another dive. Man, Bella does not cooperate today.
Yeah, that was a lot of dives. That was on both sides. Neither of them really got good luck.
Unfortunate. And we enter the best part of the game, in which you are now a cat.
So I think she had some. Oh, it's close. It's really close. Okay, she
Ooh.
was poisoned, so she would have died if she hadn't gotten that kill. So that was really good. Because dying at the end of that fight is painful.
Yeah, it is. So now Double has picked up the cat sphere, which will let him change between human and cat. Cat has a few differences with the human form. You are faster, you are smaller, which means you can go into other places you couldn't go in human, and as Dreamfot says, you are also cuter. See Nyaki also doing the escape sequence there. Very well. And now our players will do a little bit of backtracking in order to get the second fragment, which is the ability to teleport between save points or checkpoints. Guess it's better. But first, they will check on a checkpoint on the sorry, right here in the monastery. Because how checkpoints work is you don't need to hit the bell, you just need to enter the room in which the bell is to register it for future teleportation uses. Now that Double has done it, he'll go back to grab that crest fragment.
And we're gonna have to come back to this area again later in the run because there's an item we have to get to actually beat the game with the, the full ending. So unfortunately, there's just a little bit of a running back you have to do.
That was the knight. It appeared for 5 seconds, then died.
Yeah, so the knight has 40 health, and a singular sparse thread does 20 damage, so 2 sparse threads is exactly enough to kill that, which is really nice, because if it's any more, it's just a little bit more annoying.
That's a good amount of bosses. Yes, there's actually more bosses that we don't fight in this category. Actually, I think there's only one, right?
Yeah, there's only one, because we kind of have to fight all the bosses. Like, there's a task of this game, and that task skips, like, everything, but that's not humanly possible, so this game doesn't have very many major glitches, so we're kind of just playing it, like, the fastest we can, and there's not that many optional bosses in the game. Just the one.
It took a test to discover a major skip, and we don't do it because, yeah, test. There we go.
So
Double gets the teleportation fragment. Now going back into the monastery.
And we go out of our way to get this teleport item now because we kind of have to, regardless of what we do, we always have to run back to get it. So it's better to get it now so that we don't have to walk out of this area, the Cinder Chambers, because this is it's kind of just like a deep dive into this kind of hellish area, and it can be kind of annoying to get up out of.
This area is hell when you don't teleport out of it.
Yeah, and there's some other categories that you do this area first before getting that fragment, so it can be interesting, but it's nice that you don't have to do that every single time.
Here go into the Heretical Arsonist, a boss with a lot of HP, so much that the game gives us Cat, our small lady friend there, to fight against it.
Yeah, and this boss actually does have the highest HP in the game for some reason. And she's also very annoying to melee, because every single one of her attacks is has like a really punishing thing to it if you're standing close to her. So you kind of are forced to do like safe arrow strats, and we don't want to take any damage on this fight because she has one of the best items in the game, the Pocket Incensory, which it adds a little bit of damage to basically everything that you can use.
Yeah, the damage increase is gigantic. It also works for our Bagman patch, which actually wasn't intended, but the developers left it there anyway, after being notified about it. So thank you very much, actually.
Yeah, and it's really good that it does the patch as well, because if it didn't, the Bachman patch would probably not do it doesn't do a ton of damage at first. It does 0.5 damage for each one, but this item, it adds another half to that, so it basically doubles the damage of the Pocket and Sensory. So it's like really good for a combination there. And so both got out of it, they teleported back up, and now they're gonna go to this corner and grab the monastery key. And that's just another item we need before we can get to the next boss.
Oh, Double, you're not playing native.
Yeah, I've done that too, where I accidentally dash right past the bell and accidentally hit the jump pad.
Oh, by the way, the cats in this room that Nyaki is in now are also RNG. They are either white, cream, or black. But there's a lot of white cats today. How this influence the race? It doesn't, but cats are cute.
Yeah, you have to go through those text boxes anyway, so might as well look at the cats. So this is Fennel, the boss that DoubleDubbel's on. This boss dies pretty much instantly to that Bachman patch.
What was?
Yeah, so she's got the best music, but unfortunately you never hear it. Because the fight only takes like 20 seconds, so it's really fast. But she gives the Tainted Missive and then the third fragment, which gives us the next charge level on our arrows. And on this patch, they do insane damage, so it's like one of the best fragments in terms of damage.
Actually, that's the 4. We forgot to talk about the dash. Ooh,
oh yeah, we did forget to dash the dash. The dash is actually the most important platforming item. Ooh, and a really quick save on DoubleDubbel. I've died there. It's pain. It's really sad. But it was good recovery. But you can see them dashing here, so that dash, it's got a little bit of a cooldown, but it's the fastest form of movement. Yeah, so it's really useful, and because this game is mostly platforming.
Alright, and Double is now on the Royal Pinacoteca. Try to pronounce that. It's very hard. It is a tough song to move in, but to be honest, the movement in here is very satisfying when you get it right.
Yeah, it's not too RNG like the Grove, but it has a little bit, and then, you know, just the cycles of everything makes it really fun to move through when you get it all going. When you miss cycles, it's a little less fun.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was a little bit unlucky, hitting that jump pad. I think he wanted to go a little bit to the right of that. And so he'll just have to do all of that again and grab that item. And the item that he's grabbing, the Sealed Wind, that is what it is. He needs to grab that and then backtrack later to get to bathe his leaf in tea, and that will allow him to actually get the true ending.
Oh yeah, you may be asking, this is an any percent tournament, right? Why are the games trending? Well, you see, when you beat the game on not true ending, you actually don't get the credits, and it says bad ending, so we don't consider the game beaten.
Yeah, it doesn't really, like... It's true ending in quotation, but it's really just the ending of the game.
Yeah, also the bad ending sucks.
So DoubleDubbel's taking the safety save. You can do this without saving. He was already kind of low health, but he's going... oh no!
Nyaki.
As I was talking. Yeah, so both of them took a death in this area, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, it goes to show that this place is very dangerous. Like, look at that damage from the skeleton sword.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage. So he's gonna charge a patch before the fight, and then he does a second one during it, and then skipping that cutscene allows the patches to still exist. Ooh, and that was really close, so he almost took damage there. But he got it, so he just needs to finish off the second lady in this fight. Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. As you can see, it's very easy to take damage from Lupiar and Magnolia.
This is the hardest boss by far.
Yeah. Yeah, the item these two gives is the heavy arrows, which make your arrows deal pretty much leaf damage.
But
And
yeah, it's just double damage. So they stack with other damage bonuses. So they actually do like the most damage in the game on this patch specifically.
damn it. Double is having a rough time with loop here.
Yeah, this is so like if this whoever gets this out of this fight first is probably gonna have a good thing because this fight is really hard. So
See,
this is
Nyaki
kind of
uses
the
the mister.
equalizer of this run, I think.
Getting a better pattern, but taking her time. Oh, misses one of the sparse threads.
Just needs to get at one. Like, oh no, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, okay. So Nyaki's also gonna reset.
And you can do this without getting the heavy arrows. If one of them decides they want to just go for it, they can. It'll just be a little slower later on.
Yeah. To be honest, there's no faulting wanting to get the heavy arrows. Like, not resetting on this fight for the arrows is like faster than resetting for it, but it's totally understandable if you want the arrows.
Yeah, especially if you don't know how to fight without them. And so yeah, DoubleDubbel does get out of this fight. He does get the heavy arrows, so I'm sure he's happy now that he finally got through it. Because that is really, it just feels so bad having to fight that fight again. Can we see, can Nyaki do it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is really close again. So the item, they get that heavy arrow, both of them, and then they're gonna start heading up towards the castle, or the castle area. And there's actually like a lot of platforming you're supposed to do in this area, and as you see on DoubleDubbel screen, we're gonna skip all of that. There's a lever above this hidden staircase, and the Bachman patch hits it, so easiest way of getting through the platforming. You just skip it all.
Yeah, the castle in particular it's just a pain. Like doing it normally, it is not something very easy. So not having to do it, a blessing. Thank you very much, Bachman
I
Patch.
think I've only done that area like twice because when I did it casually, I actually don't even remember what the rooms look like. But we're gonna see DoubleDubbel using the sealed wind to move that windmill, and now he's gonna bathe the leaf in tea, in hibisco tea. And that does double damage on the melees now. So it powers up your attack, which is nice, and then also gives you the true ending. So you have to get it anyway. We decided to get it now because we can teleport back to that room that we just unlocked in the Karst Castle. So this is like the best time to get it.
Nyaki also gets the leaf. Now they're both really close to finishing the game. There's only 2 bosses left. Well, actually, just one boss. The next thing is a suggestion for boss. But it can give you trouble if you make just a slight little mistake.
Yeah,
oh,
she can be kind of annoying, the angel. She's like a mini boss, but she's kind of like the soldier was. Really similar, actually. But she has like a teleporting thing, so it can take a while. There's a little bit of RNG with it too, which is a little unfortunate. And we're just gonna not talk to Kath. She's okay.
Don't worry about her. She's just tired.
If you don't talk to her, she just stays there forever. So it's really the.
Yeah. It's like she went to a party and she drank too much, so don't worry about her. She's completely fine.
Yeah, after you beat the game, she wakes up. She's fine. That's you just don't see it.
She goes to live with Cajo. Hey, there is Clone Angel.
The angel takes 2 sparse threads and 2 melees with the tainted missive, which doubles your damage, only for the melee damage. If you don't get one of those 2 melees, she does do another cycle. It's a little bit annoying, so we'll see if Nyaki gets it as well.
Well
and
done, Nyaki. So there's a way to identify the real angel. The real angel spawns a little bit closer to the ground than clones. Oh, that's
No.
a huge death for Double.
Yeah, I've lost PBs there too. This is like the most painful area in the run to die because you are so close to the end, and if you die, you have to go back all the way to that save. And there's a lot
Got
of
to fight
enemies
the
that can
angel
kill you.
again.
Yeah. So now DoubleDubbel's a little bit behind. We'll see if Nyaki gets through. She took a little bit of damage.
Ooh, Double.
Yeah, got unlucky and chose the wrong one. Okay, so Nyaki gets through. So it's all up to the last fight for her. DoubleDubbel.
Kills angel again. And the lovely queen appears for Nyaki. Last boss.
Yeah, and this boss has 3 phases, so this is phase 1. Her little... I don't know what to call the phases, really, but she's in like kind of the same form she was earlier.
Okay, phase 1 is over. Going to phase 2, which queen will always do this attack first.
Oh, so she lost her, she took a little too long on phase 1, so she lost her Tainted Missive, because it's only like, that does 100% or increase in damage, so that's really nice to have on this phase 2, because she does a little bit of teleporting, and that attack that you saw with the circles, you can't really do anything during that fight, or during that part, but it's a little bit annoying. You generally want to avoid it if possible.
Good phase 1 for Double.
Yeah, so DoubleDubbel did have the increase, so it went a little faster on that phase 2, so this is getting really close on this phase 3. And that level 3, yep, it does finish it.
There we go. GG's for Nyaki that defeats Queen on 29 minutes and 20 seconds. She wins the first phase. And GG's for Double, just 20 seconds behind with a time of 29:40.
That's really close. So I really think this could go either way. So Nyaki's ahead on this best of 3, but I mean really up until that end point they were neck and neck. And it really can just be like one bad fight. Kind of means the difference.
That death on the elevator.
Yeah, so I hope that's gotta feel bad. I know if I was in that position I'd feel terrible, but I hope he can recover. I think he can. I think like with the way he's performing he can definitely put up a really good time.
Yeah, we really have a series here. This is definitely very exciting. Alright, for winning the first race, Nyaki gets a little cat. Yep. Wait, what? Oh! This is interesting. Wait, we may have an interesting situation here. So, on Racetime GG, it says that both of them actually finish at the same time.
Well, they did... Oh, okay. Well... oh gosh. Did that, delayed start at the beginning affect the time?
I don't know.
I think Nyaki still won, because I think Nyaki started after. If I'm remembering what happened. Like, she didn't hit start at the correct time, so I think her live split time is correct. I'm not sure if that's the right way of handling it.
Well, in any case, it does say that Nyaki finishes first. so I think there shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to have a run decided by accidentally not starting before it, too.
Yeah, okay, that double says that Nyaki was the winner, so
Yeah, and so we're just setting stuff up for this next match. So it'll be a little bit of downtime until then.
if you have any questions about the game, please don't be afraid to ask in the chat.
Yeah, I know we kind of missed some stuff getting talked about, but generally, someone had the question of how long this game takes casually. It's really short. It's like you could beat it in a day if you really wanted to. It's depending on your mileage may vary on what you want to do with it, but yeah, it's like 5 hours probably.
Yeah, 5 hours sits is what I've seen most people that play casually take to beat it.
And there's a lot of like hidden things, so if you want to like there's a lot of rooms, like you can get all the achievements and like explore every room. All the achievements are definitely doable, just some of them are a little bit harder than others. And that'll usually take a little bit longer. So like if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, you die to like everything, so that takes a little bit of time.
Okay, our players are setting on the RUtM GG room. Oh, what is your favorite area of the game, Matos?
That's a good question. I kind of like the Royal Pinacotheca. Uh, I like the music in it, although I don't like dying in it.
Fair enough. That is a good argument. I really like the grove. I don't like running in it, but aesthetically and the music is very very relaxing. I do like to just stay there and chill for a good second.
It's pretty. It's like the brightest area in the game too, so it's really nice to just look at stuff. I also really like the one area in Karst City where you get stopped by the man with the castle in the background. That was definitely like I like just looking at that castle. It's such a nice looking art in the background.
It's a shame we don't get to explore much more of the city.
Yeah, there's some cool rooms. There's some like that we never see in the run. There's some quests that you can do too. Like you can give a little mushroom to a girl in the grove. That one's pretty fun. You never see that though in any category, so I guess you would see it in all achievements, but that would be the only one. It looks like we're getting set up for the second one. We're almost ready, getting set up.
Yeah. Room is set up. We're just waiting for both players to hit ready. Yeah. Race will be starting very soon.
Oh, are they starting on normal?
Yes.
I see.
Okay. And there we go. Race 2 has officially begun. Good luck again to both forerunners. And may the RNG in the grove be good. I have Nyaki a little bit ahead in terms of stream.
Yeah, it looks like she might have started a little bit before, but we'll hopefully it won't make a difference like it maybe did in the last one. Or hopefully it won't be that close in terms of scoring for the match.
Man, I would like to see an actual tie.
Yeah,
that
that's
would
true.
be amazing.
That would be cool to see. I want them to be close, but I also don't administratively want to have any like issues with things like that, because that would suck.
Yeah.
So DoubleDubbel got a little bit unlucky in a few places here, so took a little extra damage.
Yeah, those things hurt on the long run. Luckily, there is a bell in the next room, so it should be fine.
Yeah, the bells heal you, so once you get through a bell, it's nice. And we don't take any healing items, so because it's a slower to heal usually. And you have to do the bosses without taking any damage at all, so it ends up just not being worth it to, even for safety strats.
Yeah, you don't need healing if you don't get hit. Both runners missing the elevators again. That room in particular is very tough sometimes.
Okay, so DoubleDubbel needs to get out of here without taking another hit, because he got poisoned, so hopefully he gets through this room. Oh my goodness, he went for the... If he had gotten... he got through it just barely, but he was really cutting it close, because you can get poisoned from that too, and if he got poisoned, that would have been so sad.
It's okay. He lived.
Yep, and they both got in at basically the same time, so we'll see who can finish this fight first.
Okay, good with the attacks. Good fight for double. And keep taking it a little bit safer.
Yeah, and got a little unlucky with the timing of the attacks. Something to note in this boss, usually you don't really see it that much, but that pearl at the end of her tail takes critical damage, and any attacks do 3 times the damage they would do to her body. So they wanted to hit that pearl if possible, but it's hidden behind the rest of her body, so there's only a few attacks you can actually hit her there on.
Ooh, touching the dog. Kind of funny thing. The witches are using dogs, which, when they are normally portrayed as having cats in media.
Yeah, there are no cat enemies. Cats are only friendly in this game.
Cats are our friends. Okay, here we go for Mocha again. Nyaki taking the safety save again. And Double getting a little unlucky with the buttons.
Yeah, he's taking it really safe though and just staying in the corner, so...
He
didn't save, so if he does have to reset this fight, it's gonna be worse for him. So he's doing everything he can to not reset.
Oh. Ooh, Nyaki getting hit again.
Yeah, that move is one of the worst moves in my opinion, because it curses you even if you don't get hit. If you walk through that fog, it curses you and then you can't use items, and that kind of plays in effect because then you can't do the stuff when you want to. You can't use your little cherry thing to get your 50% damage increase.
Yeah, the explosion is also deceptively large. I've gotten hit by it, even though I was sure I was safe like a million times. Double making it out of Luvela safe and sound, and Nyaki entering the Luvela phase. Oh yeah, that little NPC talking to Double is called Eri. And it seems Nyaki got hit again.
Yeah, I think I looked at her stream because her stream isn't having issues. It must be when it's being restreamed, it's having some issues. But yeah, she did get hit a little bit, so she had to reset again. A little unfortunate.
It happens to everyone. Double making his way on the grave, taking the garden key. Funny guys. Let's see where Nyaki's stream is.
Yeah, so she's just now finishing. Yep, she just beat Bluebella, so she did do it. Got the Bachman patch, but she's gonna be a little bit behind now because DoubleDubbel is getting to Friedel already.
Oh yeah, something about the Bagman patch. When you fire it to the left, it will spawn closer to you. When you fire it to the right, it will go farther. Why? I don't know. I know it happens.
I didn't even realize that. I just kind of went by instinct on where to go on some of those.
Yeah, it took me like 3 years to notice it. Hey, Double playing it safe again. Pays off. Frida goes down. And getting the rapid charge for the arrows. Oh, this is an area that gets quite faster in other categories, especially native and no major skips, because we do different routing in those categories, which end us getting dash soon. So we enter here having dash, and dashing in the water is completely amazing.
Yeah, you have dash and you have cat form, which makes that so much nicer.
Yeah, you skip the elevators by going to cat and just ignoring them. It's the
And then
best
you
thing
also
ever.
you get the teleport too, so you don't even have to get out of the area. But yeah, the only big downside to that and why we don't do it in this run is because you have to go through the cinder chambers first and get out of the cinder chambers without teleporting.
Hey, double entering the Levela 2 fight. Let's see, no dives.
And yeah, Nyaki's fighting Frida too. Or
Ooh. Ooh, double fall into the spikes in the Levela fight. He even got to pause before hitting them.
yeah, that's unlucky. The stage, each like boss has like different things that they change when you get to a certain point in their health. For this one, it's just the platforms at the ends disappear, so it makes it a little bit harder to fight. And she also has, from her first fight, she has a few different attacks she can do, or they're upgraded, I should say. So her little orb attack has 3 phases now instead of just the 1. And oh no, and he died again. Yeah, that attack can be a pain.
Yeah, this fight in normal can kill you. Just need to be careful not to get hit, but just saying you don't get hit is not really advice, is it?
Yeah, I mean, just get good. That's just the
It's that easy.
phrase. Yeah. Oh, so she just did a laugh. That's like one of the best things she can do. And this is looking really close again.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully he gets through this.
Don't took it a little safe not to poison himself.
No. Yeah, you have to. Though the second attack can be really deadly on that if you roll at the wrong time. It looks like Nyaki's coming closer to this fight too, so this fight will be, or this run will be really close between the two of them again.
I get to see another dive. You hate to see it.
Yeah, that's been like a dive every single time he's fought, I think. Pretty much every single time. It's been a lot of dives. He's trying to take this a lot safer, it seems. And he gets the 2, or he gets that twice in a row, which can be a little deadly. And he gets through, okay.
Okay, good job, Double.
And will Nyaki get through it? It looks like she will.
Yeah, she did. Excellent job. Oh, they're very close.
Yeah, they're basically out at the same time. So this run is even again. And as you saw in the last race, it can really change dramatically.
One single death is all it takes to change leads. They're both cute cats now, getting the cat sphere, and making their way out of the garden.
I guess one thing we didn't actually say, but you can't climb ladders as a cat, so it's you don't necessarily, you basically always want to be in cat form, but you have to switch to human to get through some things. And it's like 0.7 seconds each transformation you do, so it does add up. You have to do a lot of them throughout the run, so anytime you can kind of negate that is usually time safe overall.
Oh yeah, you can't also use other items than the cat sphere.
Yes. So in boss fights, you pretty much, and you can't use arrows either. You can only melee. So in boss fights, you're pretty much always going to be human because you fight better, but you move better as a cat. And this is the area I said too, which is just got that beautiful background.
Yeah, look at the castle, so majestic.
And that's presumably the same castle you go up to in the end of the game. You can't really see it because it's not like a 3D game like Dark Souls, but the implication is that it's the same area.
Would be nice if it wasn't possessed by an evil entity.
Yeah, but then there wouldn't be a game, so...
We could have other games. There are 3 other Momodora games with a castle possessed.
That's true. And there's gonna be another one coming out soon with... Well, I guess we don't know what it has yet.
It will come.
It will come eventually. Sometime next year, potentially.
It looks like Nyaki stream got its... I mean the race stream got fixed.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, because it did seem like she had some issues on Twitch streaming, but it was... The restream was having a lot of issues, so hopefully that's all fixed now, and we won't have to look at a few, like, low frame rate of her again.
Thank you, Speed Game people. Both players get into that second fragment. Oh yeah, this little area here, Floriciele, I think that's right. I think it's like the spirit world.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it is that or something. Like it's in the past, or I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be, but it is like separate. And then once you get the fragment, you can't go back into it. So yeah, it's just a little hidden area.
It's a little weird. Why is a
DoubleDubbel
crest?
got a
Oh,
little
sorry.
unlucky, so he missed the cycle. So he has to wait.
Ooh.
Yeah, that room at the bottom, there's the little imps. They can be really random in what they do, so sometimes they just give you a hard pattern to get through.
Alright, so Nyaki now with a very small lead, going to the Silver Chambers. Ooh, skipping the mimic.
Yeah, that was a good jump roll there. Because that mimic can be a little bit of annoying. You can jump over it, and you can kind of jump to the platform a little to the side. There's a few different ways you can get through it. It just, you know, does a lot of damage if it opens up.
Alright, that was an fight.
So that's
Ooh, Nyaki.
yeah, that was really a little close. She's been a little close on taking damage a few of these times, but she's doing good. So this fight, since we already got that fragment from Frida, the level 1 arrow, which is a slightly charged arrow, you'll see that white thing around her. That does more damage than just rapidly pressing it. So fortunately this boss fight isn't just like mashing a button. You kind of have to do it with time.
Unfortunate double getting hit there.
Yeah, has to restart. Oh, she did remember to grab it. If you walk out of the room and don't grab that item, it doesn't exist after that. So
Yeah,
we'll just
we
have to reset.
have a case like that on Saturday's race. Always pick your items, please.
Okay,
There
so
we go.
DoubleDubbel gets it too.
Nyaki in Cotillard's room. Oh, yeah, the madam there's named Cotillard. She's the owner of the cats. Gives you the key and the chance to sleep with the cats if you so desire later.
That's a good dodge by DoubleDubbel. That dog. So dogs can be a little random on when they attack. Sometimes they attack really quickly, and other times they don't. And then, yeah, Fennel fight is going on for Nyaki. We'll see how well she does. It looks like it
taking
should
it
be
safe.
over. Yeah. You have no risk of taking damage once you get the backman out.
Using that second backman for extra safety measures. Hey, and all the fragments now obtained. It is time to go to the castle. Double short behind.
Yeah, now DoubleDubbel's getting into this fight, so hopefully his fight goes just as well. Oh, he missed the second one. That's a little unfortunate. And then she didn't do the move, so hopefully... Oh, okay. He did dodge. Oh no.
Ooh.
So that was really
that's
unlucky. He didn't do enough damage for her to start unsheathing the sword. Which means that he had to do a little bit of improv. And unfortunately it didn't work out.
Okay, now getting it right though.
Yeah.
Good job.
And thankfully that fight's fast enough that dying there isn't too bad when you do it. Or taking a hit, rather.
Nyaki grabbing the sealed win. Remember, it's an item completely necessary to unlock the trend. It also deals some damage if you use it on enemies, but the damage is like negligible.
Yeah, it's not worth using if you like, it's not worth the time of using it usually. So that's why you never see it being used. And that's just kind of how some items are. They just aren't worth doing over something else.
Alright, Nyaki going into the Lupia and Magnolia fight. Let's see if this time goes better for her. Oh, the double.
Okay, so she got really unlucky hits, so she has kind of a lot of damage to do to Lupiar, so... Oh, and she missed the second one too. Okay, so she's gotta melee this. Oh, no.
Getting hit. Unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think neither of these runners really wants to melee that, because that fight is hard when you just have to melee her. So, preferably they want to get basically the kill after that first thread. Oh no, double! Oh.
Ooh, double. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's really unlucky. He was trying to play it safe, but played it a little too safe and got stuck.
Again, getting a double roll from Lupian, by the way.
Yeah, but just a few melees there. Okay, so she got it this time. Doesn't have the tainted missive now, so and she missed the level 2 arrow. And okay, she just didn't go for it there.
Taking it.
She should be good here. Yeah, as long as she doesn't get hit by this teleport. Yeah. Okay, yeah, she did get through. So hopefully, when DoubleDubbel comes through, he can go through that quickly, because this fight is gonna be hard.
Let's see, double taking the safe save. Well, Nyaki makes her way into the castle.
Well, taking that damage before the fight isn't too bad, because you have to do it hitless anyway, so... I didn't tainted missive, so... that's gonna be a little bit harder. This fight's gonna be... It's not too bad, because it only would affect your melee and the Magnolia, so not doing it is okay, but...
Wait, did Lupure dodge the...
Yeah, so she has a full roll, so if she does any moves while rolling, or if you try and hit her while rolling, she does dodge.
I don't know, this is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, I know that because I play low percent, so I've I do it with without any items, so it's just cat form and melees. And that's why rolling during the Bachman patch is also really bad too, because she doesn't take any damage in the same way you don't take damage while rolling.
Right, Double making it out.
Yeah, Double did have a good fight, so hopefully he can catch up.
And yeah, Nyaki has a considerable lead right now, but we know what happened on game 1, so you can never be too sure. Oh, that's the wrong teleport.
Yeah, I think he accidentally hit up before hitting down, and then sometimes your muscle memory, you just hit that twice, and you go to the wrong one. Happens.
There we see Kath again. She drank too much again. Doesn't learn.
She just got too overconfident after that fight with Arsonist. Thought she could put them down in the bar or wherever she was drinking. Oops. DoubleDubbel used the wrong item there. It's a little unlucky.
Double just hates that witch in particular, so he decided to kill her before going to get. Okay, good Clone Angel fight.
Nope, she took damage, so this is a little scary when you're at that health now. Because the last room, this next room upcoming can kill you. And the room after that can kill you too.
I noticed none of our runners do the Yeet strat.
And which strat is that?
It's the one on that room after the Clone Angel. You hit the witch on the left, and then you double jump. You get a hit on her on purpose, and then you dash to the left to skip the room.
Yeah, that is also, you have to have enough health. I do a lot of insane running, so I'm just used to going through that room without taking any damage. But it is nice that you can do that strat. It is probably a little annoying for them to set up. You kind of need to practice it a few times.
Alright, Nyaki on the Queen fight. Phase 1 goes without any trouble. Here comes the phase 2. This time she maintained the missive, so phase 2 goes down really fast too. While Double is now down with Angel.
And that's it. That's 2851 for Nyaki. It's a really close run.
GG's. Very good Queen fights.
And here we have DoubleDubbel finishing up. See how well his Queen fights go. Good phase 1, really quick. And then yeah, he just needs to finish off with the sparse threads, and yeah, that's a good phase 2.
Very well fought.
And GG's.
GG's double.
And unfortunately, this was the best of 3, so Nyaki did. We don't have a game 3. We don't get to commentate that game 3. It was really close though.
No
But it was,
game 3 hype.
yeah, it was good seeing both of these runners run.
Yeah, both races were very, very close. Great effort from both of them.
And really, I
And
think any of them could have won at any point. So it was really fun to watch this.
that was really nice. And Double may have lost, but he will be moving to the lower bracket. This is a double elimination tournament, so if you see someone going down, don't worry, they'll have another chance. Well, Nyaki will be going forward. But amazing races from both of them.
So I guess, do we have any final remarks we want to say now that we're finishing up?
Well, let's see if they come in for some interview, after game interview. And if not, well, this was just the second game so far of the in-person tournament. We have 16 players in total going on, so we have a lot of matches to play in the future. So if you wanna see more, just stay tuned.
Yeah, and I think our next match is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So we will be back very soon. And then on Wednesday we also have another match, and that's the one you're in.
Oh yeah. Man, it's been 3 years since I played in a tournament. It will be nice to recall the good times.
This is my first tournament, so I only started speedrunning this game last year, so I'm still kind of new to the scene, I guess. Not really that new, but still getting used to speedrunning and everything. It's really fun to have this opportunity, though, to be in the tournament.
Yeah, I remember I was very new to speedrunning in general when I entered the tourney. And it was really fun because, of course, it was fun playing, but I also learned a lot from everyone. It's always nice to come back to my first speed game.
I think there's just something nice about being in a tournament setting, too, because when you're just doing it, on your own at home, it's like, can sometimes just be like Reset City, where you're just, trying to get that one run that goes really well. But it's nice to be in this tournament setting and just trying to do your best against someone else that's trying to do their best as well.
Yeah, I remember the reason I actually started running was because a friend told me to run it with him. It was like, oh, let's start speedrunning. You know this game. You even showed it to me. Come on, so it will be fine. And I said, okay, let's go. And then he left like 2 days later. He didn't have to do anything with it. I ended up playing alone for a long time, and just having other people be there and talking about the game, like it really did wonders. It made the entire experience way better.
Yeah, I mean, just the speedrunning community in general is just so nice when it's like such a good motivation to be able to play with people that, you know, are cool and you enjoy playing with. Even if it's just like a, you know, a single player game.
What can I say? Single player games have the best multiplayer community.
That's true. No, not as much toxicity. Don't have to worry about, you know, a lot of things that multiplayer games have to worry about. So it is really nice just being able to connect with people that enjoy games the same way you do.
Okay, let's see if we can get our runners here. Okay, there we go. We have Double here with us. Hello, Double. GG's.
Nope.
Oh,
And now we have Nyaki here with us. GG's to both of you.
Thanks. That was a fun race.
it was really nice. The first one was so close.
It was kind of funny seeing on the speed gaming, like the site, whatever. Just see, I clicked done, and immediately both me and Double, where I was like, "What is this? Some kind of bug or something?" We finished both at the same time, like, so that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I actually got scared for a second because I put in that you had the first win, and then I see both of you tied. And it's like, wait, what do I do now? Did I mess it up? It was a little confusing.
Can I point out that the first game we played was my first ever tournament match?
Same.
And how do you both feel about your first tournament?
I feel good. The runs were nice, and as Nyaki said, the races were good.
Yeah, I mean, it is nerve-wracking. Like, it's not. So I've played in tournaments before. I play Splatoon 2 competitively, and I've done quite a few tournaments for that, but this is a whole different experience. So it was definitely nerve-wracking, but it was a lot of fun. It was great, like, playing the game and not just, uh-oh, I died at Lubella, reset, uh-oh, I died at Lubella, reset, like actually being forced to continue through with a bad run, was surprisingly fun. I tend to get a lot of resets and very rarely finish a run, so nice change of pace.
Yeah, it's a totally different experience, right?
Yeah, I agree. It's such a different setting, and yeah, you gotta have a different mindset for these kind of no reset environments. Like when you're doing a grind and you feel like doing a no reset run. But yeah, environments like this are fun, and it's like you can take solace in the mistakes you make and laugh at them, but also come back from them potentially. If you know what you're doing, And that's why I also love doing marathon showcases, and why I'm also really happy to be in this tournament to do this as well now. May have been like a few tenths away from a round win.
That
But, you
first
know,
race, that
but
first race, it was...
that's the nice thing about this tournament. I'm not out yet.
Yes, of course, you'll be going into the, how do they call it? The bracket of alternate success. I think it was, or the lower bracket.
The lower bracket, losers bracket, whatever you want to call it. Second chance bracket. How about that one?
Loser bracket is a very strong term, you know. Lower bracket is better.
Last chance saloon.
Okay, I like that one.
Also, Double, I must say, I was very nervous going up against you considering your marathon experience, because I figured, like, I've never done, like, any sort of live run, like, speedrunning event. So, like, you're coming into this with that kind of merit, as much as, like, it's a bit of a different scenario, like, it's still similar kind of experience, so I was a little worried. And like rightfully so, because that was stupid close.
I mean, I kind of feel the same way when I saw the seeds initially, and saw that I, as the 10th seed, was going up against the 7th seed. I thought there was going to be a bigger gap between us, but then when I checked the times that we used for seeding, I realized, like, oh, we're a lot closer together. This should be good.
Oh yeah, a lot of it's surprising how many people like sign up for the tournament. We have a lot of people with very close PBs. So I think there's gonna be a lot of really interesting matches because of that.
Yeah, and if you watch the bracket, like we're likely gonna see a lower seed beat a higher seed at some point here. I don't know if one of the other matches already had that happen, but I guarantee you that the higher seeded player will not win every single matchup in this tournament.
Yeah, it may be a scenario we can see very often. Speaking of brackets, who do you play next? Oh, you actually play. Both of you play with either the winner or the loser of my match.
Boy.
Because of the bracket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It will be interesting. I get to play against one of you. It will be fun.
It's definitely gonna be an interesting match. That's for sure. So if I end up going against you, hopefully I can keep it close. Because I don't entirely expect to win.
What do you mean? I don't play Momodora. I'm an Ender's Lilies
Oh, that's
runner.
true. That's true. I forgot I'd seen you around on the Ender Lilies Discord and stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't know about this game. I'm just a newbie.
That does give me some hope. Not enough, but some.
The dangerous guy in the tournament is Googler. Googler just beats everyone. He's fast.
Yeah, Googler's gonna be the person to beat.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one we all want to beat.
I mean, he's first seed for a reason.
Yeah, that is true.
Yep.
The
longer I can delay facing Googler, the better.
Fair enough.
I mean, we are on the other side of the bracket, so there's that.
Yeah, if we play against Googler, it's most likely like on the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, like later winners, like winner later upper bracket, later lower bracket, somewhere in the later rounds. But
we get time to be scared. All right. Do you have any question, Matos?
No, I don't think I have anything else.
No, I just want to say some final thoughts that as I said, this was my first ever tournament match. I've been speedrunning like doing speedrunning for 4.5 years, and I've been running this game for a few months. And it's been a fun run. It can get, it can sometimes get a little frustrating with needing to do bosses damageless. And even though there's strats to do the damageless fast, it still comes down to execution of it, and that sometimes goes wrong, as you've seen in the match today. And yeah, the mental aspect of speedrunning is doubly present so with a tournament match. It's just like not tilting when something doesn't go according to plan. And yeah, because then you're just gonna fail a boss over and over and over, and you're just done. But yeah, I was looking forward to this, and I was hoping to enjoy myself, and I indeed have. So thanks, Nyaki, once again for the very close match. And maybe we'll face each other in the lower bracket later on, and we'll make it a good rematch, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you so much. Again, I agree. That was such an amazing match, and I was so glad.
I still cannot believe that first match. That is something I am never going to forget.
No, that's...
Experience will stick around for a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime experience right there. But yeah, if we ever do... I mean, honestly, I'd love to race you even outside of a tournament setting sometime, because that was a lot of fun. So.
Oh yeah, if I have some time and I feel like doing races, yeah, well, I'll hook you up.
Alright guys, I wish you both luck for the rest of the tournament and great races. GG's.
Good luck to you too as well. Thanks for being on commentary here. And yeah, again, good luck on the tournament matches for you too as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck.
Alright, so I think that's all for us. And well, thank you very much, Matos, for joining me on commentary. You actually did amazingly. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be with you and commentating.
And thank you all for watching this race. I hope you can join us in the future for the rest of the tournament. And with that, have a great day. Bye bye.